I have a vision about me being a father to about 5 to 10,000 children. I would adopt them, and all these large faculties of orphanages that have church and schools, and it's just this large community of children with uh, you know, these maids and ministers and administrators. And every time I come to my orphanage, the children all look at me like I'm their dad. Matter of fact, the whole staff calls me their father. Their staff be like, "Oh, there goes your dad." I always imagine having that lifestyle, being a millionaire, billionaire. You know, the richer I am, the more children I always said I would want. And I imagine having this large faculty of different children. And I thought about having a faculty maybe even in Haiti. You know, and you just all these kids that don't have parents. I just want to build this large faculty filled with schools, housings, and they all have their own bedrooms. You know, some of them share rooms when they're younger. You know, there's middle schools, high schools, pre-K, all of it. And one of the things I keep seeing is every time I would come back to this orphanage or to this facility, and the kids would play basketball and they're playing soccer and they're playing, you know, they're doing their sports. And every time I used to come into this room or come to the faculty, they all called me dad. Or I just keep seeing this vision of me creating a world where kids never have to feel alone. They never have to feel like they're not loved or cared for. I know in the future I probably will establish my empire, and I possibly will have 5 to 10,000 children as an orphanage keeper. You know, but I don't want to call it an orphanage. You know, once I open up that facility is their home. And I want to be able to be the reason why they go to school and get a well cooked meal every day and have an education that they can lean on. I have a lot of ideas. I'm just kind of hoping that God will send me the right support to finish the mission that I'm on. Social ministry is my platform to be able to do this. But I want to be able to father 5 to 10,000 children, you know. And you say that's a lot. But when I think about how much I'm asking God, I always try to put my best foot forward. I know what I'm asking God. I've been asking God for miracles for years now. Since I was a kid, I've been asking God to help me become successful. And I always say, God, look, if you help me become successful, I'll do this. And it's not even because I'm trying to make God happy I'm doing this. No, but I've always seen myself as a father. So whenever I see the obstacles that in my life, from ministry to my own home to even my history as a kid, I think God is working it all out for my good. That's what he's doing. He's always given me a heart for individuals, and especially kids who don't have anything else. You know, I'm trying to create a world that my own children, my own blood can actually enjoy and take advantage of. I have $100 billion ideas. I'm just looking for the $100 billion people who are worthy of working with, so I could create an environment that is fitting for myself and for everyone else. I hope you enjoy and help me build this. Grace.